Hi, my name is Mairo Ibrahim. The title of my policy paper is Gender Equity in Nigeria's Resource Allocation. What inspired me to apply for the Agora Policy Writing Fellowship is because I wanted to become a better policy writer. I wanted to communicate policy effectively in a way that it would actually make a difference. Sometimes in civil society, we're charged very emotional because we often bear a lot of burden for the population. We want them to see, we want citizens to see that something can be done about what is wrong. But sometimes the way we also go about our communication is not in the most effective way that government is able to take action, because most times political economy is not quite considered in the style of our communication and the mode of our writing. So I knew that this was a gap and I wanted to better myself for it as someone who heads a civil society organization. The name of our organization is Tsunami Initiative, and it means to think. What we care about most is citizens should be able to have a say in government decision making. With this policy brief I've written and the recommendations preferred within it, is something that we want to see how can Nigeria's budgets be more responsive to the needs of women, whereby the proposals and the projects are not just visible projects, but are actually projects that will lead to real empowerment for women. At Nani, we plan to publish this particular policy brief. We're also going to submit this policy brief to institutions that can be able to effect change and make sure that the budget as a policy document, because I want Nigerians to understand that the budget is law and law is the final form of policy. Whatever policy direction we want to go in Nigeria is made possible through the Appropriation Act. So Nigeria should be able to appropriate according to its policies. And if Nigeria says that women's economic empowerment is important to her, then it should be able to appropriate its budget to reflect this reality. 6 to 12 months is quite short term. So in the next 6 to 12 months, I want to see myself, in the next 6 to 12 months, I want to see myself as an improved policy writer. I would have said the end game is to be one of the foremost policy writers from Africa, but the next 6 to 12 months, let's be realistic. My policy writing skills are definitely better for this policy fellowship, and I hope to continue rolling out papers that will influence meaningful policy decisions in Nigeria.